Hey guys, Tepcocyclerepair. So today I'm replacing heated grips on my Goldwing. That's a 2006 Goldwing, and the grips for these alone are about 200 bucks a piece. So I'm gonna go a different route. What I'm doing here is using these the show chrome grips, but I'm not gonna use their whole setup. I'm just using the grip. So my plan here is just to use the grip, cut the wires, and solder them in underneath here because the two wires run along here. So I'm going to take this plastic cover off, access the wires there, cut them, pull them out, put the new grip on, splice them in here, and tuck it all back away. Now, one of the things that I was looking at and maybe confusing to people is the length of the grip. If you measure this grip right here, it measures at about just under 6 inches, like between 5 3/4, 6 inches, somewhere around there. And if you look at the show chrome grips, it says they're 5 3/4 inches, and the Honda grips, I think they say they're 6 inches, but they're actually not. They're a little bit shorter. So if you take your new show chrome grip and you put it up against here, as far as the length goes, I'll put it right up against the same spot here. They're the same size, so that's good. We're going to cut the end out here because I'm going to use the weights. And this grip is already twisting. This is why these go bad sometimes. This grip moves already. So the glue came off, and this grip, when I got the bike, the grip was all the way twisted forward, which probably stressed out the wire and broke it. So we're gonna go ahead and take the end off right here with the Phillips, and then I'm going to take this grip off here and take the undercover off, which is just 2 Phillips heads underneath here to get this out of the way, plastic cover, and then I'll have the wires right underneath there. So I have another video about testing the whole system and seeing where your faults are, and this one was a dead grip, so no continuity in the grip. So let's get to it. All right, you can see one screw there, and then the other one is down there. So you'll need a small screwdriver for that. Be careful, don't drop it. All right, so with that cover off, here's the wire coming from the grip down. Plenty of room to do whatever you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and snip it off and splice in the new one. All right, so this is where I cut them to test them. So I'm going to strip it back here because I already had the housing pulled back here. I'm going to pull them back here. Now there's a couple of ways that you can connect these. You can use butt connectors and squeeze them. I prefer to twist them, solder them, and heat shrink them so it protects them from any moisture, rain, water. So I'll put a piece of heat shrink over the big part here, slide it down out of the way. I'll put 2 small ones on the wires here. I'll do each wire, solder it, slide the small sleeves over each one, heat shrink those down, and then pull this big one over so it'll look as factory as possible and clean, and I won't get any moisture or anything in there. But if you don't have access to all that, there are other ways to do it. Just look into that. Now right now, I got the wires cut here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this grip off. All right, so if you're unsure if you made the right decision, you could always take your multimeter, put it on continuity, take your 2 wires that you cut right here, and touch them both. All right, and you should be hearing a beep when I touch these wires, and I'm not getting anything. So, all right, just to make yourself feel better if you cut your wires, okay? So let's carry on. All right, so I just twisted and pulled the grip off. That's why these go bad. They just twist and move around, and the wires are just crappy, and they get worn, and a little bit of tension on them will break them. So in order to use the handlebar end here, I got to cut the end of this off. So you just want to cut the rubber part here off. So we're going to get inside here and just cut along that circle, and we'll be good to go. All right, so for grip glue, I like this 3M plastic and emblem adhesive. It works great. There's the part number there. I use it for all like motocross grips on my dirt bikes and stuff, and it works super good. So I wouldn't worry about it. It does come with glue here, but sometimes the glue that comes with these kits is subpar. I don't know, I just don't like using it. So I'm going to use the glue that is tried and true for me. So I'm going to put it on here and get it slid into place before I cut the wire, because I'm going to route the wire in the same location. It'll go from here over, down into there, and then I'll overlap it and then cut off what I need and start my soldering. I also transferred this rubber bushing right here that it just slides over the wire so that it holds it into its place right here. So this grip will just go right in here, tuck in, and it'll hold it in place. All right, spliced together. I'm waiting for the soldering iron to heat up, and then I got flux on the wires now, and then I'll go ahead and put a little bit of solder on each one of those and then slide the heat shrink over them shrink them down, slide the main one over it, shrink that down, and then tuck it all back away. All right, so soldered, put the heat shrink back on here now. I'm going to warm this up, shrink that, and then I'm going to slide this big one that I have up here over all of them, and then we'll get everything, this one right here, and then we'll get everything nice and tight tucked away. All right, so all done, shrink wrapped. I'm going to tuck it back in here and get the plastic plate back on, and then we'll fire the bike up and check it out. All right, grips are on, and we are back in action. Heated grips again. Yep. Whew, good. It's a cold December day, so it's time to take it out for a ride. Now, I'm waiting for the throttle tube on this side. That's why this one's not done yet. When I get the throttle tube for it, I'll be good to go. I don't know if this can cut off it here or what, but I just got a new throttle tube for it. And I'll open this up and do the same thing on this side. I gotta say, this one is definitely warmer than this one. So I'm looking forward to getting the new grip on this side as well. This one's warm, but it's kind of weak. This one is definitely warm. Yeah. All right, guys, so hopefully that'll help you out. I'm telling you, the hardest part, if you can just cut and splice wire, the hardest part is going to be that bottom screw. So turn the bar all the way to the right, that bottom screw right there, and use something like this. It's a 90-degree bend Phillips. This is going to make it a whole lot easier to get to that. And getting it back in, I just took the tip off of the screwdriver like this. I put the Phillips head screw on it, or the JIS number 2, and then put it on there and screwed it in. And this is a JIS number 2 bit. All right, and put it in there. So I got links in the description for these. I'll find the 90-degree Phillips for you guys, so you can go in the description and just order it up. I'm sure it's cheap, and that will help you do this. But yeah, these are nice and warm, and they're definitely warmer than the original. So I'm looking forward to getting the other side done whenever that throttle tube comes. All right, guys, hopefully this helps you out. Please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Until next time, it's Tepcocyclerepair. Ride safe.